Yo everyone, welcome back to another ranking on the channel. I'm Arden, and this week we're going back in time for Jurassic Park. Hell yeah, bitches. Guys, trust me, I am going to hate myself after all these rankings I am doing, but you know, what can I do? I like to rank these series. I mean, I'm not lying, I like to rank these movies. The problem I have is I'm so fucking stupid and blind sometimes that I can't read. I don't know why I'm doing it, but here I am. I'm back. I'm doing another ranking. I hope you guys are gonna like it. I don't know if I'm gonna piss a lot of you guys off today. I think this is straightforward, so let's just get started because I want to know. I just want to know where I can go, you guys, with being pissed off. So let's just get started. Coming number 6, dead last, you guys guessed it, is Jurassic World Dominion. Oh my god. Look, guys, at this point I hope they would have stopped with Fallen Kingdom, because I really think that the movie that movie is trash, but and I thought that nothing after that would top that. But well, guys, Jurassic World Dominion is somehow even worse. I mean, the new villains are generic and not interesting. The acting is even worse than in Fallen Kingdom. The relationship between Claire and Owen is even more unbelievable. And the plot that Macy isn't a clone, but the actual daughter of Charlotte Lockwood and some shit is even more ridiculous and stupid and beyond forced. Guys, I'm not kidding. When Fallen Kingdom was released and told him this little girl was a clone or some shit, I thought, really? Are they really going this way? Really? When they and here they contradict everything by saying she is the daughter and she has some weird shit in her DNA or something. Guys, I'm sorry, but after Fallen Kingdom you had nowhere to fucking go. Really, I mean, I guess you guys tried to make the series go with dignity, but let's be real here. Dignity is thrown out of the fucking window a long time ago. This movie is a mess, and not in a good way. I watched it 3 times by now. I gave it enough chance to win me over and prove me wrong, but I hate this movie even more every time I watch it. Moving on. Coming number 5 is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Well, you guys guessed it already because of what I just said, but this was the one movie that really made me lose my faith in this franchise going forward. Like I just said when I discussed Dominion. I'm not kidding when I say that Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is one of the worst written movies I've ever seen. Director Jay Boyana was sadly with such a fucking garbage script here that it was impossible to take any of this shit seriously. Events and details of previous films are insultingly fucking ignored. The characters are annoying idiots most of the time and constantly make dumb decisions left and right. The tone is inconsistent, the themes are completely bullshit, the facts are mixed at best, and the dinosaur auction at the end is beyond laughable. The little girl being a clone, like I just said, is one of the dumbest plot twists I have ever seen on film. This movie is an absolute disgrace and a spit in the face of Michael Crichton. It is one of the worst sequels I've ever seen, plain and simple. Coming number 4 is Jurassic World. Look, I know a lot of people really like this movie, and to be fair, it has a few cool things for me. The final brawl, to its credit, is fun to see, and I love the concept of the park being open. I also enjoyed the moment with Owen riding the motorcycle with the raptors, as that was lifted from the last World novel. Aside from that, I really struggled to enjoy this movie, and really I wanted to. Jurassic World feels more concerned with jerking you off with fan service, and it isn't really telling a story as a result. The 2 leads in this movie have no chemistry whatsoever. Look, I understand the argument of opposites attract that people like to use for this film, but I'm sorry, every time these two are having a back and forth and they try to build something kind of a relation, it just doesn't work for me. Their banter is so boring and bland, which is strange considering it's being delivered by 2 actors who I know can act. Those 2 Lex and Tim knockoffs in the movie, honestly, their whole life problems and their parents divorcing and shit. Really, it goes about nowhere, and I didn't care about either of them. Yeah, Lex and Tim had home life problems too, but the original film never called time out to focus on it, only for it to go nowhere. The Dominus Rex is one of the dumbest things I've ever fucking seen. It is literally a giant raptor. And somehow, in the defiance of man, God, and all things holy, none of the characters in this whole movie can figure out that this thing is part raptor. It literally looks like a giant fucking raptor. That you can figure out that this is part fucking raptor. Like, how dumb are you? Open your eyes! It's a fucking giant raptor! So, it's a fucking... Sorry, almost lost my cool there. Sorry. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm moving on. But the biggest problem I have with this movie is the CGI. Oh dear God, the CGI is damn terrible in this film. It's awful. The effects in the original, The Lost World, and even in Jurassic Park 3 hold up very well upon this day. What the fuck was this film's excuse? So yeah, I know some people who like this film, and if you do, go ahead and enjoy it. But for me, I'm not a fan. Going at number 3 is Jurassic Park, The Lost World. You know, I used to really hate this film. I mean, really fucking hate it. Then I saw the Jurassic World films, and Spielberg, I'm sorry man. I had no idea how bad this series would get. Oh dear God. I want to take back a lot of the bad things I said about this movie, because after those last 3 films, Spielberg has earned it. I mean, okay, I hated the whole animal rights shit being involved in this movie, and I don't think it's done well, but at least the film was trying to do something with it. It didn't needlessly complicate fucking human cloning revelations, ridiculously volcanic eruptions, or stupid dinosaur auctions where a dinosaur is 1/10 the price of a fucking Hollywood blockbuster movie. It at least attempted to have character development and didn't shove a bunch of annoying comic relief in my face. The two at least had chemistry, and you could buy them as a couple. The action scenes at times in this film are thrilling, as opposed to just being there for fan service. I didn't really like the way that the movie portrayed some of it from the Last World book, but my God, they at least felt like they belonged in a Jurassic Park movie, to be fair. All in all, the Last World isn't really a bad film. I just remember being underwhelmed by it. Not only as a fan of the first film, but also as a fan of the book. Some things were taken from the book and not done as well in my opinion. With the exception of the trailer going off a cliff was actually damn good. The effects are good. The acting for the most part is decent. Pete Postwaite's character was made up for the movie, but he was damn badass, so I love it. He was actually one of my favorite things in the movie. I didn't really like the way Sarah Harding was portrayed, as she was my favorite character in the book and was kind of generic as shit in this. But honestly, I'm never more on David Koepp's screenplay than on Julian Moore. The T-Rex in San Diego was really fucking stupid, and I still want to know how the hell the T-Rex ate everyone at the ship and put itself back in the containment, but whatever. So yeah, I'm very mixed on this movie. I always have been, but after the last 3 films, I don't see myself complaining about this movie ever again. Coming in number 3, or number 2 actually, is Jurassic Park 3. No, it's not directed by Spielberg. Yes, it's overwhelmed last second rewrite. Yeah, they killed off the T-Rex in the very beginning of the film. Yes, I know some people hate it, and no, I don't give a shit. I like this film. Am I gonna sit here and say that's perfect? Oh God, no, but Cooper and Nash are literally just there to die, and I really didn't care when they did. But I maintain that some of the effects look great, there are others that look pretty bad. The biggest one being the fucking Dinosaur scene. I'm actually shocked that wasn't cut from the film. The scene of the raptor's reflection in the glass was just dumb, and yeah, Billy being alive at the end was kind of bullshit. However, whereas The Last World was too preachy, and Jurassic World was too fan servicey, and then you have Fallen Kingdom and Dominion were just, too stupid. Jurassic Park 3 knows exactly what it is. It's a B movie. It's not trying to be Citizen Kane. It's not trying to shove social commentaries down your throat, and it's not making me want to shoot myself over a bad comic relief. Its main goal is just being a fun adventure, and in that regard, I think it succeeds. It's short, simple, to the point, and never wears out its welcome. With this film, they pretty much said, hey, we have dinosaurs on this island. Let's have some fun with this shit. And honestly, that's what this movie is to me. It's fun. It's a movie that's simple but effective. Sam Neill is back as Alan Grant, which is always a plus. Samuel actually preferred his performance in this film over the first film because Joe Johnston gave him more freedom to explore the character over Alan Grant. People bitch about the Kirbys, but they really don't bother me in this. William Hay Mercy and Trelawney both do fine with the material, and it's easy to buy them as a divorced couple who are slowly reconnecting as they search for their lost son. I also hate the bullshit argument that the Kirbys got so many people killed. Okay, let's make this clear. The people who died were all guns for fucking hire. They knew they were getting themselves into. They knew they were going to an island filled with fucking dinosaurs. So just throw any notion of the Kirbys getting people killed out the window right now. People bitch about the Spinosaurus, but I fucking love the Spinosaurus. That thing towered over the T-Rex in reality, so it could get easily put its ass down. And after 2 movies of the T-Rex being the big bad threat, why wouldn't they do something different? What were they gonna do? Give us 3 T-Rexes this time? You know what? I'm sorry. I've seen the T-Rex as the big bad twice. What would even be the point of the 3rd film if they would do the same shit? What would even be the point of that? It would have been the same shit all over again. I'm just grateful they didn't make up some stupid dinosaur. Fuck that shit. In addition, I maintain that the birdcage scene is one of the most thrilling moments in the franchise. It's just a really cool scene, and the mix of animatronics and CG is flawless in my opinion, as is the score. Don Davis' score in that scene really pumps me up every time I see it. Also, let us address the number one thing that everyone loves to point at when they bitch about this movie. The talking raptor on the plane. Okay, this was clearly meant to show that Alan Grant has PTSD, and the nightmare itself comes from an earlier scene where he was trying to get a bird say his name. Yes, take out the context, it looks dumb. But in the movie, it's just a dream. If you Lost World defenders can accept a girl beating a raptor with gymnastics, where is the acceptance here? At least there is a fucking context for this. The pacing is considerably better than in The Lost World. The score by Don Davis is excellent. The characters are mostly likable. The animatronic work of Stan Winston was perfect. And honestly, after The Lost World tried topping the original film and failed at it, it was good to see a movie that was simply just trying to have fun with its premise. You hate it? Good for you. Don't give a shit? I like it. And number one, surprising none of you, is the original Jurassic Park. This has been one of my favorite movies since I watched it in high school. I'm still blown away by this movie. The exquisite pacing, the unforgettable characters, the superb acting, the mind-blowing special effects from Stan Winston's studio, everything from script to screen was top-notch. A movie where dinosaurs are cloned and put in a park only for them to get loose and cause havoc was a great premise. While, like The Lost World, this movie does deviate in areas that the book it's based on. It actually does many things better in my opinion. It still conveys messages and themes from the book while putting its own spin to the story, much like Ridley Scott did with Blade Runner, just by different means. I will never forget the T-Rex taking those 3 steps and roaring for the first time. Every scene where a dinosaur is on screen has me staring every time, especially when accompanied by that kick-ass John Williams score. Sam Neill, Richard Attenborough, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum all do great work in this film. Jurassic Park, in my opinion, is the golden standard for how to make a movie about fucking with the natures of law. Well, guys, that's it. I hope you guys like this ranking. Please let me know what your ranking is in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Until that, tot voor de week!